I'm Dani Dixon, and my company is Tumble Creek Press. One of the earliest mission statements for Tumble Creek was we tell personal stories through science fiction. So the idea that it's not about the tech, it's not about the aliens or the, whatever, it's about telling these very personal stories, and you use science fiction as social commentary. My first series was 13, and it's a comic book, it's a full-color comic book series about a world where every kid gets a superpower, but only for 1 year at the age of 13. So they can do whatever they want, but then when they turn 14, no more power, they get a score, and that score stays with them for the rest of their life. So like 13, I wanted to do superpowers, but I was like, I don't want them to wear capes and tights. I don't want them to all be like over-muscled white males. Yeah, they can fly and they can do this and that. So what's different? What's different? What's different? How do you make everybody, not this just like one, the great one. I didn't want to have the great one. So it's like, but there's that great line in The Invincibles, if everyone is special, then no one is special. So it's like, how do I make everyone special and not do the second half? And it's like, well, they all have power for a year. So, at 13, and then when you turn 14, you lose them. There's another batch of 13-year-olds. And so if you're 80, when you were 13, you could fly, but you can't now. So there's this thing that there's this resonance with everyone in society, but only one segment at any given time has power. MISing is my manga series, and it's about why you can never find the IT guy when you need him. And as it turns out, it's because he's busy fighting aliens. And so part of it's like workplace humor, like upstairs in the accounting firm where they ostensibly work, they have to deal with people who lost their documents and all that thing. And then they go down to the server room and they're like, oh my God, there's a spaceship coming around the moon. We need to figure out what we're gonna do about that. And they're still answering the IT helpline, and so it's this farce and sci-fi, and there's humor but danger and all this stuff. So it's got its very own tone. And then Five Nations is my series that's actually gonna be a chapter book. I'm really excited about this series. And it's about 5 nations that have lived in peace for a couple hundred years. And, well, not quite a couple hundred years, but I'm gonna be vague about that. But they've lived in peace, and they live side by side. And for each nation, there's a princess who is the ambassador of peace, and peace is kept by teenage girls. I think, in 5 years, I'd love to see the properties all standing on their own and have carved a very comfortable niche, and some are going to be more popular than others. For a while, Five Nations was more popular than me on Twitter, and I was a little offended by that. I was like, this book hasn't even come out yet. Why is it more popular than me? And I think I just I tapped into something, and so I'm sort of now just reveling in what that can become. And so all of them being sustainable brands that are true to its core audience, and I want to be prolific. I think that's my ultimate goal.